Hello and welcome to this fragmented guide on how to get the S rank on Mission 8 on Hell and Hell without at the same time getting the 1.2 no continuous bonus multiplier, allowing for taking up to 2 hits on this mission. This instead means getting the required 5,500 style points on the actual fights on the mission. The two main detractors thereof seems to be getting a double S rank or a triple S rank on the Fury fight and getting a single S on the Urizen boss fight. What also seems to be necessary if you don't play absolutely perfect on the mandatory fights is to do one of the two optional fights and getting a triple S rank and keep it. My motives for attempting this are twofold. Firstly, I've made a Hell in Hell S rank guide for Nero and V where I try to get the S rank on every mission without any bonus and instead getting the 5,500 style points. The point of this is to allow for taking up to 2 hits per mission and hopefully thus alleviating the tediousness, randomness, and nervousness associated with the Hell in Hell difficulty in this game. Secondly, and more importantly, I never managed to do just that on Mission 8. In the guide, I advocated and demonstrating getting the 1.2 no continuous multiplier. Not incidentally, this mission is often portrayed as the hardest Hell in Hell mission in the game. I've even come across statements that claim that getting the S rank without getting the bonus multiplier is downright impossible unless you're Don Guri 990 himself. Now, I am an average DMC player at best, but for the sake of my intentions with the Hell in Hell guide, I wanted to attempt this since I started playing DMC 5, learned a lot on how to fight the Furies stylish. Now, of course, the nature of the beast is that this take that you see here was my 8th or ninth attempt in a row of doing this task. I will not play particularly good on this take. I sorta kinda had given up coming into this attempt. On the take just before this one, I played like my life depended on it, nailing the exceeds and the infinite split jump cancels, which gave me a total of around 5,700 style points coming into the Urizen fight. But of course, I lost all 3 gold orbs to Urizen and got the 0.5 penalty multiplier. I was raging and ready to give up for the evening and go watch hockey or do something else. But that's life, I guess. When you don't want things and stop tryharding, they come to you. So this is a very rough take gameplay-wise, as you're seeing here. And after I finally managed it, I was thinking that I should try another take and play a little better. But as a guide or a walkthrough, I think this take will be instrumental, as it demonstrated both in terms of Hell and Hell's difficulty as a whole, and for this particular mission, that you don't need to play perfectly to achieve the S rank without the bonus multiplier. But as you just saw, I messed up the fight against the Antinoras and only got a single S rank. But now I'm parrying the Fury. And then I caliber, do a pay line after the caliber, and cancel the pay line with the devil trigger and grab him. And that nets style points against him. So I'm just parrying. And he was too low HP there to do a full combo on him, so I just finished him off. On the take before this one, where I played much better, I got 4,900 style points of the Fury fight here. So I thought that ready to give up, but I said, but I thought to myself, I will just see how far I can get and see what happens. And of course, I managed the task then. And here I'm gonna do the optional fight against the riots. It's much easier to net the stall points on this first optional fight than it is on the second, because the riots, they have more HP and you can juggle them in the air infinitely. So I'm gonna do a lot of split jump cancels here. But I'm gonna fail them, of course, and I'm gonna fail the exceed, so it will look very rough here, but it will get the job done in terms of getting the triple S rank. So I got 4,400 stall points now. Let's see how high I can get them up in this optional fight. You see in here, I'm just doing the infinite split jump cancel. Failing the exceed, so I don't get the stall meter up. It's when you do that sort of cheese, you need to get the exceeds off the slash, or else you won't get the stall point. I'm just mixing up some payline and caliber here to hopefully get the stall points up. And there I finally managed to do a max hack and got the triple S. I'm just trying to keep it, and the area is gonna fall down now. And when it falls down, it's important that you are doing a combo on an enemy as it's falling down, or else you will lose the whole combo. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm just gonna shoot jump cancel to make sure I keep the combo here as the platform is falling down. And you see I'm keeping the rank here going into the next part of the fight. You can mitigate that by killing the Furies much faster than I did there, but it will get you more stall points if you also fight, if you do the full fight here. As long as you manage to keep the S rank coming into the second part of the fight. Which you do by doing a combo on the riots as the platform falls down. And there I don't know what I'm doing. I'm doing a payline and missing and activating Devil Trigger. So it's just very rough this take. And I'm doing the camera manipulation technique here, keeping the camera off the big Baphomet. So you already saw it charging up its attack one time, and I had to resort on dodging. So the camera manipulation technique is very important on this mission. But I'm gonna fail it, of course, as you just saw me do. So I got 5,200 stall points. I thought that maybe I should restart because I usually have around 5,600 stall points from the Fury fight and the optional fight, but
going down is the only way, huh?
and here is also a fight where the camera manipulation technique is important. So the other Baphomet than the one you're attacking won't charge any attacks. But for the Proto-Angelo, what I'm going to do here, as you just saw, I just Devil Trigger launch him, and then do a showdown on him. And that gets me up to triple S. Then I'm just going to do the infinite air juggle on him now, and then grab him, just to make sure I keep the triple S. And I got 100 style points from that, which got me a little more encouraged to continue. Because getting just a single S rank on Urizen here will net you a lot of style points. I think I got 5,600 style points from the Urizen fight, from just getting a single S rank on him, and then taking a hit immediately on his second phase, and ending the mission. And I'm skipping the second optional fight there, as you saw, because the Impusas, they die too fast. And they spawn a behemoth when you fall down, so it's not a very good fight to get style points on. So I just skipped it, hoping that I can make up for it here on the last mandatory fight. And here I'm also going to use the showdown on the nobody after it's stunned. But I'm being very careful here with the camera, because there's 3 Baphomets here. So I'll usually just stand in the corner like this and try to get as high as possible to get the camera off the other Baphomets and the nobody. But you're seeing here I'm doing the showdown on the nobody after it's stunned, keeping the camera off the last Baphomet. And that got me up to a triple S. Or I'm sorry, not the last Baphomet, the second last Baphomet. Now it's just trying to finish the fight, keeping the triple S by doing the split jump cancel and trying to get better exceeds here. I did a little bit better job with the exceeds here than in the previous fight. And that landed me a triple S at the end of the fight. And now I got 5,500 style points, which is what we need. So now I just need to get a single S rank on Urizen, and I should be all good. And what I do on Urizen is I get the shield orb down to about half or 1/3 of each HP bar, and then I try to do some melee combos to get the single S rank, and then I'm just finishing it.
Good. Finally made it. A phone here? Does it still work?
There's no such thing as too prepared.
I just equipped the punchline here to use it immediately on the shield orb and get some easy damage. And I'm skipping all the enemies here because they rank you and you won't have time to get a triple S on just 2 Impusas. So here I immediately use the punchline, shoot a charge shot, run up to it and destroy the Devil Breaker. And that gets me a C rank from just doing that. Then I shoot it a little bit now before I will use melee on the shield orb. just shooting, dodging his attacks, being mindful of when he sweeps his arm, like that the ground underneath me will light up. That's the move you have to watch out the most for. That move always tends to get me. It got me on the take before this 2 times. And then the counter attack from the shield orb got the last of my gold orb, and I had to restart. I was a little bit lucky there coming down that I didn't get hit from the ground fire move. I'm just shooting and dodging, getting each HP down. And just shooting and dodging got me a B rank. So now I'm gonna attempt to get the S rank by doing melee. And I'm just attacking it, not doing anything fancy, just attacking it, being mindful that after I've done a few attacks it will counter-attack. You saw there I got spooked that he might counter-attack, so I just Gerber back. But here I got the S rank, and now it's just, and I take a hit immediately, and now I got the S rank on the mission. I just need to finish the fight now. That S rank I got there will net all the style points you need. I think it gets you 5,600 style points. And then it averaged that with the 5,500 style points I got beforehand. And I will be just over the 5,500. Now I'm just trying to finish it. And that's the mission. Now I'm just going to take a hit immediately and end it. And there you go. 5,522 style points. And I'm gonna watch details here. As you see, no bonus multiplier, and